Let's go. Guys, big things are happening for Bitcoin. I'm going to tell you what I think is going on here and what I think is going to happen. And also, I will give you an update when I am going to put in my next trade. So as you know, we've been very profitable recently. We have been, nailing every single trade I've been showing you publicly on this channel. And today I am, just as usual, going to show you where I am going to set my buy orders next. So I hope that you're excited for that. I'm also going to update you again about the whale yesterday because we have some more news regarding the whale. Okay, welcome back everybody. My name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to this channel, then make sure to subscribe and also activate the bell right now. And let's get straight into Bitcoin, guys. And what can we see here? Well, for one, you can see that we continue to struggle with my orange box approaching my red line. As you know, I do think there's a high probability that we are not going to breach this level within the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days. But we are obviously going to break it eventually. But I think that we are going to move sideways for a while longer before we gather more momentum and break this to the upside. So that's my general thoughts when it comes to when and how we are going to break this level. So for everyone who are thinking about going long here, I would urge caution. Of course, you could go long, it could work out perfectly. But the safer way to play this right now is actually to wait until the break above this level. And I talked about this yesterday, but some people were like, okay, so what is the next strategy if we are going to jump into a trade here? So I'm going to explain it. So this is how I am doing it. First off, if we see a rejection here, if we continue to go down, of course, I am going to buy again at the $30,000 level. I am going to add to my positions as we are going down at my key areas on the blue line, the orange box, the orange line, and of course the red lines down here. So that's the scenario to the downside. And I'm going to show you something soon, which is potentially telling us that we might actually start to see a bit of a longer correction here and actually being able to fill these orders. But if we see a pump in Bitcoin, well, I am fine with missing the 2-3%, which is up until the $42,000 level. I'm okay with missing these gains. But should we break this, we are at some point going to get a rejection. So we're either going to get that from the $45,000 level or the $43,000 level. And so what I'm watching for then is that if we go up here, I want us to go down and confirm the previous resistance now as support. And I want to see some consolidation here. Once we see that consolidation, I think it is, from a risk to reward standpoint, much better to get into a trade right here as opposed to getting in right below this major resistance here. So in other words, once we break this, wait for the pullback and wait for this to be confirmed support, and then we're able to ride this to the upside. So that's my strategy, not financial advice as usual. So what else? What else are we watching? Well, we are watching this wedge. I showed you this wedge yesterday, and yeah, this is forming right now. This is very beautiful, and a rising wedge like this in itself is usually a bearish sign. So it's usually a bearish pattern, potentially telling us that we might start to actually go down here and reach the bottom of this wedge here, which would be probably aligned with my orange box here at 34,500. So be prepared for that. Of course, these can break both to the up and to the downside, but more often than not, they do actually break to the downside. And now it may sound like I am bearish or anything. No, of course, I'm not bearish. I am super bullish. I am the biggest Bitcoin bull probably in history, but we need to look at this with sober eyes. And, we bought down here, took profit up here, and now we need to be cautious because this is big resistance, and getting in here, we might actually get a better shot at getting in once we see a pullback, maybe down to the $36,000 level, the blue line here, maybe below, who knows? But nonetheless, everything in between the red lines at $42,000 and $30,000 at the end of the day is just noise before we see a broader trend shift. And how do we know if we have that trend shift? Well, on lower time frames, on the 4-hourly time frame, we have already had that, and I have actually showed you that previously. I'm not going to talk about it today, But one thing to pay attention to is when we go to the daily and I flip on the moving averages, hold on, moving averages here, you know I love the moving averages. You can see that we did get a rejection of the 100-day moving average, the purple line here. So this shows you how important the moving averages actually are. And once you see the cross from the 50-day, which is the orange line here, and the purple line, which is the 100-day moving average. So when you see this cross and you see they go up, so the orange line crosses the purple line from the downside to the upside, just like you have been seeing, hold on, like you saw here. So it crossed like this. That's actually a good sign that we may have that trend shift also on longer time frame. So until then, we're waiting for opportunities. We're making short-term trades, but Bitcoin is not out of the woods yet. Of course, if you don't own any Bitcoin at all, perhaps just dollar cost average, that's never a bad idea. But if you are going to do a trade, well, I would not get in right here. Instead, wait for the break above this level to have that longer term trend shift, and then we are going to be able to test the all-time high again once we break through the $42,000 level. So these are my 2 cents. And also, by the way, guys, Bybit has announced that they are also offering $1,610 for free right now to new users. So if you are a new user, you haven't had a Bybit account previously, make sure to use this link right here, sign up for Bybit and get a $1,610 bonus. Let's move on. So remember the whale I talked about yesterday? Well, yesterday he sold 1,500 Bitcoin, but I mean, the day before in my video yesterday, I talked about how he sold 1,500 Bitcoin during the 27th of July. Well, yesterday, actually, after my video, he sold another 1,500 Bitcoin. So, I mean, this is crazy. The whale, it seems like he's actually, I mean, of course, he's probably not watching my videos. But I mean, it's crazy. If you haven't watched my video from yesterday, go watch this video to get more information about this whale. But since I made that video yesterday telling you that, taking profit here is still going to be a good idea in my opinion, I mean, from a risk to reward standpoint, well, after that video, another 1,500 Bitcoin, not $1,500, 1,500 Bitcoin of profit taken here. And here's the thing, guys. This guy is the 4th largest public holder of Bitcoin. So, of course, everything is on the blockchain, so we can see which address owns the most amount of Bitcoin. This is the 4th largest holder of Bitcoin in existence. So, one of the biggest whales out there. Not, a bad feat here. Look at this, $4.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, 113,000 Bitcoin in this address, completely insane. And look at this, let's look at the timings. So the timings here, the 27th of July, 1,500 Bitcoin at approximately 8 p.m. So we go to the chart and we go and watch the 27th at 8 p.m. So let me do this. So let me see here, 8 p.m. So it was right here. So the Bitcoin got transferred here, probably sold somewhere around here, very close to the local top. So this whale continues to do good trades. And yesterday, the other $1,500 Bitcoin that was transferred out of this wallet was actually on 2 p.m. 2 p.m. yesterday. So let's see, 2 p.m. yesterday, somewhere around here, the Bitcoin got transferred, probably took profit or sold the Bitcoin somewhere around here maybe. And then, that again, Bitcoin went down a little bit since then. So very, very interesting, guys. I'm going to keep you updated regarding the movements of this wallet. But it seems like every time we're getting and approaching the red line here, the whale is continuing to take profit. And by the way, as I said, make sure to watch this video from yesterday to get a full understanding of how this whale has actually been selling Bitcoin at the local tops here and accumulating at the bottoms. Kind of like what we've been doing as well. So yeah, that's cool, guys. Don't forget the bonuses over on Bybit, $1,610. I will keep you updated, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.